Hello everybody, welcome back. I feel like I haven't talked about post-grad in like a long time, and yeah, that's like the whole point of my channel, is to talk about work and working 9 to 5 and just being like a postgraduate person in the world. So yeah, I just want to take it back and talk about it and just talk about this phase of life. I feel like a lot of people are currently becoming postgraduates. I just cannot even imagine graduating right now. Like, I feel so much for the 2020 grads. I just really feel for you if you graduated this year. Like, it's just, it must be a lot. I asked on Instagram for questions. I hope you enjoy watching this, and let's get started. I have another video similar to this one. I'll link it down below, but I'm talking also about post-grad and like life after university. And yeah, so check that out if you want another similar video. Yeah, I feel like post-grad is just a very interesting time in life, just because everybody is doing like such different things, and it is so confusing of like what you're supposed to do and which path you're supposed to fit into, and it's just like a whole array of confusion. And that is what I experienced, and I'm still definitely in that mindset. I've only been out of university for 2 years. I feel like everyone preps you so much for going to your first year of university, and everyone's like giving you all this advice for first year and all this stuff, but no one really talks about the first year out of university and like that whole transition. It's a huge deal to graduate, because you're just like, you've known this certain type of life for 4 or 5 years, and then you're just like thrown into this completely different lifestyle. I think it's so important to talk about, because I just feel like there's so many expectations to like get a big office job and a fancy condo and like have a ton of savings and like go out with your friends and also be really healthy and also do all this stuff. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just so much pressure. I think the hardest part is the comparison. At least for me, that was the hardest, because I don't know, I feel like when you're in your young 20s, like everyone's in such different phases of life. Like, some people are married with kids, some people are single and like career driven and have this amazing job, some people are living at home and are taking time off, other people are students in their masters or undergrad. There are just so many different like paths that everyone goes down. So it's, yeah, it's just like a lot of pressure. I just feel like your young 20s are so interesting, because like you can truly change your life so fast. You could decide to like move to another city. It's a lot. Like, it's just hard to know what's like the best thing to do and what's right. So maybe that's just me, because I overthink literally everything I do, and I overthink everything. I just feel like something that is important to say is that you are where you're supposed to be. There are no wrong moves, no wrong decisions. Like, every decision is a right decision, because you were supposed to make that choice either way. You're not missing out on anything. Like, if you're supposed to experience something, you will at the right time. So yeah, there's no timeline you're supposed to be following, even though sometimes it feels like that. But yeah, this is all coming from someone who literally graduated 2 years ago. So not that I really know what I'm talking about, but these are just the things I've learned in the last 2 years. Don't let expectations and comparison kill your vibe. Just do you, do what makes you happy, and everything will work out the way it's supposed to work out. You'll get into the career you're supposed to get into, and it'll be fine. Also wanted to say, give yourself a couple of years to figure it out, because like for me, I thought I was gonna immediately get this job with like a high salary and have $10,000 in savings immediately, and it's just like, no, that's just not how life works. At least for me. Some people, that is how life works. But like, my first job out of university, I had pretty much no savings. I think my first 2 jobs, I had pretty much no savings. Like, yeah, it's not like you're gonna have this like 6-figure salary right at the gate. It's gonna take me so many years to get to that point. So I just feel like, yeah, it's like, okay. Like, my first job out of university, I barely had any savings, because I paid $1,000 in rent, and then you have your groceries, your Wi-Fi, like all your expenses. And the next year you'll have a year of experience, and you can get another job, or you can move up in that company or get a raise, and it's just like, it all works out. It just feel like, don't put pressure on yourself to immediately have like all of these things. Alrighty, let's get into the question. I got a ton of questions about like interviews and job applications, cover letters, resumes, where to find a job, all that stuff. I have 2 videos down below. I have one video about cover letters and resumes, and I have one video about my interview experience to get my job at the Big 4. So I'll link those down below. Okay, first question is, did you know exactly what you wanted to do post-grad? Definitely not, and I still don't even fully know what I want to do. When I graduated, I had a writing degree, so yeah, I don't know how I ended up in marketing. I honestly have no idea, but yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to go into marketing or writing, or if I wanted to get my master's. Like, I had no clue. Everything has just like fallen from that first job. I personally feel like the best way to figure out what you want to do is try different jobs. I just feel like the only real way to know if you like a type of work, I just feel like try a job for like 6 months. If you like it, you can stay. If you don't, you can try something else. And it's never a waste of time to get job experience. Like, it's good to just build a resume, and then you have lots to talk about in interviews and stuff. So yeah. Next question is, how do you make friends post-grad? That is a very good question. I've honestly only made like a couple friends post-grad. I pretty much just hang out with my university friends. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's really hard to make friends post-grad. I know that that is really not helpful. I think the friends I have now that I didn't have in university, I met through mutual friends. So like my friends from university would bring their friend to a party or something. I feel like work is obviously a really good place to meet people. Even like going out for coffee or drinks with somebody at work could be a really good way. But I feel like too, it's like you don't have to have this giant friend group that you might have had in university. Having a couple good friends is really all you need. I talk a lot with my family and my boyfriend and his family, and I think too it's important to really lean into the friendships you already have rather than like trying to force like all of these new friends. Really cherish and lean into your friends that you had in university, or even friends from high school or your hometown. Pick a couple of your favorites and just like take them into your post-grad life. I got a couple of questions asking if I ever plan to move back home to Vancouver or to another city. I am such a planner, and if I could plan out the next 20 years of my life, I would. Yeah, I'm just trying so hard to force myself to not think too far in the future and just take like life one lease at a time. Right now I'm in Toronto, I have a great job. Pretty much all my friends are in Toronto. Obviously my entire family is back in Vancouver, and a ton of my friends from high school, but I have a lot of friends here. My boyfriend Storm, his entire family is in Sweden, so neither of us have really family here. Yeah, it wouldn't really make sense for us to like stay here forever because we don't really have family. But for now, Toronto is just where we are. I think it's a good place to get good job experience because there's so many big companies. Like, just, I don't know, be out and about Toronto. It's really fun. The weather is not that bad. Everyone thinks the weather is like horrible and super cold and super hot in the summer. It's really not that bad. It's a little concerning actually how warm it was this winter. Like, it did not go below like -20, I think, ever. Plus, you're not really outside that much. Like, I'm never outside in the winter. I just walk underground everywhere or take the subway or Uber. Like, it's not like you're frolicking in the snow, like freezing. You could just take an Uber somewhere if it's that cold. Yeah, I don't know how I got into talking about weather, but there we go. I got a lot of questions about religion. I'm not really sure why, but a lot of like, you grew up in a religious home, where would you say your faith is now? I feel like that's not really something I talk about that much on my channel, just because it's just super personal, and it's nothing I really like want to give advice or my thoughts on, because I really don't know. The older I get, the less I know about anything. I feel like that's the reality when you grow up in such a sheltered religious environment and then you go into like the real world, you really realize that you know nothing. I am so grateful for growing up in a religious home and like going to church camp and like all that stuff. I loved it. I still go to church and, you know, listen to worship music and stuff. I don't know if anyone is interested, but let me know. I have so many thoughts on like all of it, but I just, yeah, it's not really a topic I bring up that much. So let me know if you want me to bring it up more. I got a lot of questions about getting a master's degree, go back to school. I think I would definitely like to get more education. I'm not sure if like an MBA is the right choice, or getting a master's of communications or something. I really don't know. One thing I do know is I want to get my PMP for sure, which is like your, oh my god, what does it even stand for? I am having a moment. Wow, I should know that. Anyways, but I want to get that. So you have to have like a whole bunch of years of experience to write the exam and be PMP certified, but definitely will get that when the time comes. Other than that, I definitely will go back to get my master's, I'm sure, but I just don't know exactly in what. I just feel like a master's is so expensive and you really, really want to be sure that you're gonna use it. So I just haven't come across a point yet where I needed one, so I'll see. I feel like a lot of people ask questions who don't watch my videos. A lot of people ask what I do for work. I work on a project management team in marketing at one of the big four. Yeah, I manage marketing projects, and yeah. Okay, the last question I'm gonna answer is from one of my friends, and she said, how to stop putting exclamation marks in emails. I feel like the amount of time I spend deleting exclamation marks from emails because I'm like, don't want to be too excited, but you don't want to be mean, is just like a whole thing. I don't know if it's just me, but especially when you're young in a company, I feel like you don't want to come off as like being super young, because I know some directors and people who are like super executive that use exclamation marks and capital letters and smiley faces and tons of stuff. So I will always use exclamation marks and smiley faces. I physically cannot not put them in. I don't know why, so yeah. Okay, those are all the questions I'm gonna answer today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Sorry if I seem low energy. I'm really tired today. I don't know why. I like went for a run and now I'm like so tired. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys next Sunday. I think I'm gonna do my 6-month breast reduction update. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions and I'll see you guys then. Okay, bye.